Hi, I'm Bob Taylor. I founded Appomattox River Company in 1977. I have told this story many times. I graduated from University of Richmond in 1972 with a degree in business administration, and I came back to work for my father's business, which was a two-generation construction building supply business. And I worked for him, and I was drifting down the river in that old canoe I'd gotten up at Holiday Lake, and I met more people that canoed, and I was able to obtain a dealership with canoes through a company that I saw up in a race in Petersburg, West Virginia on one of the forks of the Potomac. And I contacted the guy down in South Carolina. He and I turned out to be about the same age, had kids the same age.
The rise in canoeing probably happened in the late 70s, early 80s, mainly after, I guess, the movie Deliverance introduced a lot of people to the camping, not some of the other crazy stuff that happened in the movie, but the beauty of the mountains and the Chattooga River.
Initially, I was a canoe dealer and kayak dealer for Perception Kayaks and Canoes out of Liberty, South Carolina, which is just a suburb of Greenville. I would drive down, pick up the boats, as I was saying, bring them back here, store them in these warehouses. I only had a small portion of one warehouse at that time that I was renting from my dad. I picked up a line of canoes, Sawyer canoes. It was one of the first lines that the second line I picked up, and they were out of Oscoda, Michigan. I would travel to Michigan, buy with my truck, which I could haul 4 canoes on that, and I could put 10 on my 10-boat trailer. And so I'd bring back 14 canoes from Oscoda, Michigan. I picked up Mad River. Once I had one dealership, that made it a lot easier to fill out that dealer application for another high-quality company, because they looked at my history with that company that I was dealing with. This guy buys his boats and he pays his bills. It was a lot of highway time, and the best way to ship a canoe is on your own vehicle, not letting some motor freight deal with it. So I spent a lot of time expanding our inventory, and a lot of time researching and looking for the best quality boats to carry in my store.
You know, Bob started off from, say, a one-room shop to what we have here now. You know, we started off with maybe 10 or 12 boats in the beginning, and then now we have over 2,000 to 3,000 boats here in stock.
Statistically, back in those days, Virginia and Florida were 2 of the largest canoe enthusiasts, were more paddlers of open canoes in Florida and Virginia. And here I was right here in the heart of Virginia, so it gave me a really good target market. After about 5 or 6 years, my wife and I were sitting there at dinner one evening, and she said, "Do you think they'll ever get to where everybody's bought a canoe?" I said, "Sooner or later, this has got to stop." But paddle sport in general expanded into whitewater kayaking, ocean touring kayaking, recreational kayaking, and now the driving force in the business in paddle sport in general right now is fishing platforms, kayaks designed for fishing.
Evolution, obviously, when Bob first started, he probably started more canoeing. Kayaking is more of a comma, if you will, in addition to. Now it's opposite. We sell the lion's share of our sales are kayaks. Fishing kayaks have really blossomed, if you will.
I would have never envisioned that happening. As an old school river runner, my interest lies in paddling, not in fishing. But kayaks have become a platform that gives fishermen the accessibility to get into really shallow water and fish in areas where normally those big bass boats won't go.
I first came to Appomattox River Company to purchase a kayak from Bob back in the early 80s. We formed a friendship that has lasted. I started working here in the early 80s just through the friendship that Bob and I had. He needed somebody to cover for him. I think he wanted to go to West Virginia one weekend. I said, well, Bob, I'll take care of the place. And it just kind of evolved from there.
Our business model is to buy the canoes in the wintertime, store them, insure them, and in the spring when things warm up and business starts really cranking, we'll sell them and be ready for the buying opportunity next fall. But we've been doing that for like 30 years. Buy canoes, have anywhere between 2,500, 3,000 in stock, canoes and kayaks combined, and sell them during the busy season in the summer.
We just have the ability to store the boats and to purchase tractor trailer loads at a time.
Just helping people. A lot of people have desires to do things outside with their family, to keep a family together, if you will. Staycation, we used to call it. And I think to help people get something that will service their family, that's pretty good.
I've paddled with Bob for a long time, and either up on the new or either just paddling out on the lake, just having a good time. It's part of my life, and I hope I will continue to be over here for 20 more years.
And hopefully we'll be doing this for a long time to come.